The topic today is HIPAA Lies. You know, the lies you tell yourself when you're creating or updating your HIPAA policies and procedures. Okay, well maybe calling it HIPAA Lies is a bit extreme. What I am referring to is your actual implementation of the policies your organization claims to adhere to. For example, let's discuss your organization's access control technical safeguards. For reference, I listed the appropriate chapter and verse to help you locate the regulation online. You may need to pause this video to find your location. The actual regulation reads, unique user identification required. Assign a unique name and/or number for identifying and tracking user identity. So what is a unique user ID? A unique user ID is also called a username. It's the name a user uses to log into any device or application that accesses or contains ePHI. So far so good, right? So what does this mean to you? Well, this rules out the sharing of generic usernames or passwords for accessing ePHI. Now, if you're being clever and trying to come up with the least restrictive solution to your compliance woes, then you might ask, what if every employee has a different username, but the same password? The actual password management implementation specification requires covered entities to address implementing procedures for creating, changing, and safeguarding passwords. In the real world, what makes a username unique is that only the user assigned the unique username knows the password. Most organizations use some form of unique username that includes the user's first initial and last name. Not hard to figure out, is it? If anyone else knows the standardized password, then the user identity is no longer unique, since it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out everyone's username. But even still, there isn't much to figure out, since most computer systems and applications retain the last logged in username in the login box right on the screen. So we've established that the username must be unique as well as the password. But now you must ask, what is this password business all about? And my answer is, why do you care? Since you cannot share logins or passwords, then why do you care if passwords are changed? If you do care, it's because you have a process that is likely not compliant with HIPAA regulation. If your process is compliant with HIPAA regulation, it is still not best practice or very secure. Some non-compliant justifications I've been privy to over the years include: we pay licensing for our electronic health record system by the user, so we just have the one user that we all share. All employees need the same access to the system, so we use the same login and password for everyone. I need to be able to log in as my employees to fix issues they create. When Susie is out sick, I have Steve log in as Susie so he has the same rights in our system. That way Steve can get things done. I wrote an exception in my HIPAA compliance policies and procedures that allow me to share logins and passwords. I just don't care about HIPAA compliance. Whatever the reason, there is a technical and sometimes a costly financial solution to the problem. I personally would not want to make any of these arguments to the Office of Civil Rights, at least not with a straight face. That's all for today. Stay tuned for next week. My name is Brian Largent. I'm with the ArcLight Group. We're out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. We are your healthcare technology professional. Have a great day.